Isn't it?
No, it's a nice shirt. But it's not like... I think it does look like a dress shirt, so I don't know if it reads over a t-shirt.
Well, that's all about confidence.
I guess so. A certain someone finally asked me to help them refresh their wardrobe, so we're going through everything right now.
It's me.
When was the last time you think you went through everything? It wasn't that long ago.
Well, the last time I really refreshed my wardrobe for real was probably like 2018.
Oh, really?
2017, 2018.
Oh, the refresh.
Yeah. But going through everything I own, I mean, that happens every couple of years at least.
I do it every season. Do you already have a piles here or no?
What do you mean?
Like, are there already keep or sell or giveaway piles, or are you just gonna do that later?
This is get rid of.
This is all get rid of?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So the things I asked him to do are, obviously, let's take out the stuff that you're not wearing so we can see what you need, what the holes are. And then let's also see what you are wearing so that we know what you like. Didn't we just get the... No. This still has the tag on it.
I probably got it as a gift or something.
Oh. Oops, sorry. Oh, you don't like these anymore?
Those ones in particular. In green.
The color you don't like?
Yeah, I feel, this is a weird take maybe. I feel like when I wear these in particular, I'm being perceived more than usual in a way that's like
too much for you.
I'm like, am I freaking people out?
You think you're freaking people out? Am I freaking you out right now?
Yeah. I don't know why, but that's just the vibe I get when I wear those ones. Not the black. I have them in black and they're fine.
Yeah. Because the black is more subtle than the green.
I have not worn these jeans once since getting them.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think you're just not... They're not speaking to you?
Yeah, I don't know. Something about blue jeans.
You think you're over blue jeans?
It might be.
Well, you didn't wear blue jeans before you bought them, really.
No.
You had your one pair of skinny jeans that were blue.
Yeah. I had a lot of blue jeans, and then when I did my last refresh in 2017, 2018...
You got rid of them.
I got rid of all my blue jeans.
You haven't gone back since.
I haven't gone back since. And I'm wondering if that's like a mental block more than anything else. Because these are nice. I have these in black, and they're really great.
Yeah, you wear them in black a lot. Yeah. Do you want to give it another try?
I probably should.
You force yourself to wear it a couple times. Yeah. And if it's still not hitting, then next season
I'll hold my nose.
We'll toss. But sometimes when I force myself to wear something, it does work. Yeah. Though honestly, usually it doesn't. Oh, goodbye to these pajama pants.
Yeah, they're annoying.
Why?
They're elastic.
They're not comfortable? What about for me?
Oh, yeah, you can have them.
I'm going to try them on.
You're welcome to anything.
Yeah, this is my shopping spree. I just wanted to show this because I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, oh, it's so cute when you wear your partner's clothes and it's like oversized on you. This is not oversized on me. This is well-fitting, I would say. It looks like a pair of trousers on me. I'm not going to wear these. I did say it was going to be brief. That was very quick.
It was quick.
You knew already what you weren't wearing, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Because every day I wake up and I look in the closet and I'm like, okay, what's it going to be? And then I rule out about 2/3 of my wardrobe.
And this is 2/3 of your wardrobe?
Maybe. It's probably not 2/3.
I'm going to get a shot of this.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right, so here's all the sentimental stuff. Sentimental pieces of clothing that I just won't get rid of. Actually, this one I do wear.
Yeah, you wear it.
These two I do not, but I'm going to keep anyway.
I have stuff like that.
Overshirts. Things to wear over other things.
Yeah, you wear those a lot.
I do wear these a lot. This one we just discovered, and maybe I will wear a lot. We'll see. Coat kind of things. Just second layers.
Light jackets.
Light jackets.
Coat kind of things.
Coat kind of things. And then a sweater, which is also a coat kind of thing.
Yeah.
In some ways. Dressier shirts. That doesn't mean that I'm only wearing them for dressy occasions, but my issue is that this is very fall, and I find this to be very winter. I feel really weird wearing this in the spring and the summer. Same thing with this, actually. I feel weird wearing this unless it's, like, winter.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
Even though it's white.
Yeah. And then these are, like, actual dress shirts. And then a suit. I have one suit now. Got rid of every other suit.
And then this stuff is mine.
And then Persia has started to infiltrate my side of the closet, which is fine. Because look at how that's my whole wardrobe, basically.
And
I mean,
there's
there's stuff up there, and then I have stuff in some drawers. But in terms of things that go on hangers,
yeah,
that's it.
So what do you feel like you're missing? Specific colors, things for different occasions.
That's the problem. I kind of don't know. I don't know what I'm missing.
But like when we go out to dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
Normal date night.
Yeah, when we go out to dinner, I have like maybe 3 shirts to wear.
And do you like the shirts, or you're like, these are okay?
They're fine.
They're fine.
Yeah. I have some that I specifically like but feel more seasonal.
Yeah.
Like every time we've gone out this summer, I have not had a shirt that I was like, yeah, this is the right shirt for this.
Because the ones you have are more like fall oriented.
Or winter, yeah. Or they're too hot. Like I didn't have anything linen, for example.
Right.
You know. Pants, I feel very lost. I have some that I'm partially into, but don't feel very good about. Some that I like, but I don't feel like I have the right other pieces to go with them.
What do you like about the pants that you do like?
I like the cuts of them. I like the comfort of them. You know, I think flowy is nice, but I also want kind of more of a shape.
More structure.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the things that's missing is like everything is just kind of like.
A lot of your clothes are pretty shapeless.
Pretty shapeless, yeah.
Is there anything you want to try that like you can think of right now? Like I want to try this kind of sweater or this kind of pants, this kind of shoe.
I know it's not helpful, but no.
That's okay.
I think I'm in one of those places where I don't even really know what's out there.
Yeah, so that's why we're doing discovery.
Yeah.
It's time to see what's out there.
It's time to see what's out there. I mean, I've watched your videos. I've seen a better life, you know, but I don't know how to articulate it.
But you haven't really been to stores and
Correct.
like paid attention to what you would wear personally.
Correct.
And that's what we're gonna try.
Yeah, shopping is like necessity based.
Yeah.
More than anything. But I'm done with that. No more necessity. Only frivolous.
Only fashion.
Frivolity.
I guess my other question is, do you have anything that you're feeling like is a hero piece for you right now? Like you really like it, or maybe you want to wear more of it.
Yeah.
And like things that are in that style you're interested in like pursuing.
Yeah, the other one of these guys.
My one.
Yeah.
That's really oversized.
So ours.
Our jean jacket.
Our jean jacket. Yes.
Okay, let's get ready.
Let's do it. I am ready.
Okay. So for this exploratory shopping trip, we're not going to secondhand stores for a number of reasons. The main being Brendan doesn't buy clothes that often, and when he does own clothes, he wears them until they are completely falling apart. In fact, the last sort of round of pants he had, he tore holes in each one of the crotches. I got them mended, and then he tore them again. So that's why he had to buy new pants. This is footage of me walking around Muji, sort of shopping for myself, even though I wasn't going to buy anything, while Brendan was trying some stuff on. I realized pretty quickly, even though I like Muji a lot, it's more my style than his. I think it's actually too minimalist for him. Usually he likes stuff that has a little bit more character, like a design or a graphic on it. In general, my strategy for today was to pick as many stores as possible that I thought provided a fairly wide range of options, both in terms of style and in terms of price range. And then we could walk around for like an hour or two and hit up all the spots. So we were mainly focused in Soho and the Lower East Side. That way he could get an idea of what interests him, what sort of money he's willing to spend on what kind of items, and then we could come back later with a little bit more of an action plan. One thing I have bought at Muji that I use all the time still are these little pouches. I usually put my chargers in them when I travel. He did wind up getting that black t-shirt, so we are buying some things today. Next up was the store 18 East, which was a little hard to find, but weirdly enough, the reason I know about this store is because I thrifted a pair of pants from Beacon's closet, originally for myself, and then I realized they fit him much better, so they're Brendan's pants now. And I had never heard of the brand, so I was like, why don't we go check them out in person, since I like this pair of pants that I found. Their stuff is definitely in the pricier range, so things were around $200 or up. But But I do think this is a great store for him to get statement items, stuff that he's really happy to wear, that he can pull out for nicer occasions, that make him feel not schlubby, which is what he's been complaining about mostly, that he feels schlubby. Something like this I think is perfect for him because it's not as plain as something you would get at Muji. It has a little bit more character, but it's still just a casual pullover. Unfortunately, the guy who was working there that day was not very friendly, and I think, though I'm not really fazed by that, it made Brendan uncomfortable because he's not as used to these sort of retail environments, so we left without buying anything. But that's not to say we won't be back. Next up is the store Colbo. I had never been there before, but it was recommended to me because they carry a lot of the City Boy brands I've been talking about.
It's like a look, but it's not the right look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be the right look, but it's not the one I want currently.
The vibe there was very lively. They have a cafe in the store and also seem to be having some sort of bread pop-up outside. A fit check because I never actually showed you guys what I decided to wear on our shopping trip. First up, spotted some sillage, this shirt that actually has the designer on it. It was about $200, which I think is par for the course. So funny. They also had a copy of Take Ivy, which is a book that's considered to be the sort of genesis of the Japanese city boy style. In the back, they actually had a rack of vintage clothing, which I rifled through. Found this gorgeous pair of Comme des Garçons white pleated trousers, which I didn't even try on because even if they fit me perfectly, I'm on a no-buy, so I no-buy. Brendan found some things he liked as well. That's their in-house.
I think so.
Yeah, it's cute. How much is it?
There's no price on it.
Oh. It seems like they also have an in-house brand. Very classically, he likes something, like I said, with, you know, a little graphic. Back at the front of the store, I also noticed they were carrying some Kartik Research, which is a brand that I know is known for their fabrics, so it was really fun to be able to see them and touch them in person. This one street actually has a lot of good stores on it, so we just popped over to Wythe, which was 2 doors down. Their style is very standard American with a Western tilt, I would say. Brendan did find a couple of things he liked, but he was thinking that he would shop online for that store since he thought the prices there were better. Kotn actually wasn't originally on my list, but when we walked by, I've remembered that the salespeople in there were really nice, and I know now that he responds well to that, so I took him in. The prices there are a little bit more mid-range, you know, things are usually under $200, but much more expensive than something like Uniqlo or Muji. He actually tried 2 things on and wound up buying both of them.
Will you show the people?
It was this white sweater, which he was iffy on, but I thought looked really nice, and I know he likes this style, plus this black denim shacket. Now we're really getting sidetracked. Moscot was also not on the list, though we both have been meaning to go in ever since we've lived in New York. We liked a lot of the stuff we saw, however, we were not ready to drop $300 to $400 on sunglasses. To that point, we then went to Akila, which I know has a lower price range. The effect you're seeing on the light walls is actually not what was happening in real life, that's just what my camera picked up. Brendan said it had something to do with refresh rates. Anyway, I did really like this pair of glasses on me, so I may go back for them. We stopped for lunch in between and then went to REI because I needed hiking boots, but that was a crucial mistake. We lost a lot of our steam here. It looked like the place was being looted. As a compromise, we went to one last place, Standard and Strange, because it was on the way back to the subway, and I knew they had some interesting stuff there. I feel like they're known for their t-shirts, their vintage-style t-shirts. We were pretty much exhausted by this point, so I think we wandered around Standard and Strange in a sort of sad fugue state, but I did really like this jacket that I saw. Not sure exactly who it was for, me or him. But that is it for our very first day of helping Brendan update his wardrobe. There will probably be many, many more shopping trips and discussions. If you guys are interested, if you liked this video and you want more content about what this process is going to look like, let me know, and I would love to film more or even have more discussions about what this can look like for him or for you.